All right, peep game. You don't have to respond to everything she says. What do I mean? All right, for example, you don't have to respond to every text she sends. Let's say you wake up in the morning to a text from a girl. You don't have to bend over backwards to answer that message. Let's say I were texting back and forth and she asks two questions. Let's say she asks, how old are you and where are you from? You could answer one of those. You don't have to answer both. You want to limit the amount of closure you give women. You want to stay a bit mysterious and vague. Don't give people, or women in this instance, closure. For instance, let's use this example. Let's say someone got murdered and there's no closure behind it because the family doesn't know how the person got murdered, who did it, why it happened. Now, let's say the investigators give the family closure. Oh, it happened because of this reason, and here's the killer. There's now closure. The family got answers. There's nothing more to find out. There's nothing more to keep them curious. Because there's closure now. They move on. Think of the same thing when texting a girl. If she asks something and you give her closure, you give her answers to everything, what is left? Nothing. When you leave things unanswered, it gives the girl stuff to think about. She thinks about you now. She wonders about you now. All right? You don't give her closure. But when you answer everything or every text she sends, you're filling in every blank. She has nothing to think about now. She won't be thinking about you. You answered everything she says. So this is why you want to leave them in the loop. This is the psychological power behind leaving women in the loop. And women do this shit to men all the time. When they leave us on read, leave us on send, they read our messages, not reply. This is the same concept and the mindset behind it. So you want to do the same. If y'all are texting back and forth and she says stuff like, you know what do you think about chocolate ice cream? It's my favorite, actually. You don't have to answer that. Change the subject. Go on to something else. Limit the amount of information and closure you give girls. That will keep them interesting and engaged and locked in. Just think of soap opera. Think of how it ends. It keeps people wanting to see the next episode. But if you receive every answer and closure in every episode you see, there's no interest in seeing the next episode. All right? Think about that. Don't reply to every text she sends. And if you do reply, change the subject. Make her have to ask again. Oh, I asked you, how old are you? You never answered me. Oh, yeah, well, I didn't really see that text. Okay, well, I'm 38. Make them beg and ask for it. Okay? That's how you keep women interested.